Why is he not able to join? There's nobody in the bell here. This was the question. Yes, tell me, beta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me what is the issue, beta.
So the last part, time and distance of will mine ahead light will be a beam on this course.
So what is the problem? Tell me what is the problem.
Sir, how will plot this, sir? Means I am not understanding this part actually.
Why we did the similar thing in the previous question also. Here was in the previous question. In this, take you to the previous question. That means you have not been listening to the questions. What is this? What does this question last part say? What does the last part of this question say? Second last part. Read the final part. Find the ship's position from there on. Read from here. Read from here, beta.
Set course at 1900 hours to have mine headlight right ahead when 12 miles away. Estimate the time to have mine headlight to your northwest, sir.
Okay. So what was it? Is it not similar to that? Guys, is it not
yes,
similar? So then where is the
yes,
problem?
sir. Yes, sir. Similar, sir.
So then why you had a problem, beta? You understood it here, yes or no?
Yes, sir. I understood it. Yes,
What did we do? Remember what did we do? Get that? What did we do in this question? बताओ क्या किया थे? Plot आ गया. This is the last step is pending.
Lighthouse पर 315
315 का sir bearing.
And why now the question is why did we plot 315? Because that was the true bearing of the lighthouse when the plot has to be done, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How does this question differ? You tell me, beta. I don't want to leave it like this. Now, how will you execute this question? Now, you ask me the question. Tell me as per you, how will you answer this question?
Sir, अबीम means
अबीम में sir
90 degree from the course.
CTS में sir अबीम लगा के sir will plot.
It will be either CTS plus 90 or it will be CTS minus 90. You can see on the chart. In this case, it happens. It looks as if it will be to the starboard, right, beta?
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
It appears to be to the starboard, right, beta?
Yes, sir.
So it will be CTS plus 19. So whatever CTS you get, you add 90 to that, na beta? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And plot from the mine.
That will be the true beam bearing. We call that as beam bearing, right?
Yes, sir.
So देखो अभी जब मैंने बताया तो तुम्हें लगा कि यार it has all been covered. Now it's a question of just digging it out and using it, right?
Right, sir.
There is nothing which is left out. Correct, guys? So simple. इसका third question कर लिया. 3 question थे ना इसका था. Have you tried third question or you'll try it today? If you have not tried, please try that. If you have any problems, you can bring it. Okay, beta. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, in which situation we will be using CMG? Always we are using CTS over, sir. For
what beta? For what beta?
For this like a beam and when right ahead, like that situation.
What bearings are those, Nitin?
Relative bearings, sir.
Relative bearing. Relative bearings are with respect to what? I am answering your question, so I am counter questioning to answer your question. Relative bearings depend on what beta?
Heading, sir.
Heading. And what is heading called in chart work? CTS, right?
Yes, sir.
When you say something is right ahead of you, that is right ahead of the ship, na?
Sir, but we will not use, in any case, we will not use CMG over, so CMG.
But you answer my question. You will get the answer yourself. If I say something right ahead, okay,
Yes, sir.
so you will be right ahead of the ship of the direction in which ship is heading, or the ship is making good. If they happen to be different, if the two directions happen to be different, and if you say there is a lighthouse or there is a ship right ahead of me, so will it be right? Now suppose you are at sea and you see a ship right ahead of you, and you alter your course. Will the ship remain right ahead of you?
No.
No, sir. If you alter,
Why?
it will change.
No, you have altered the course. So why it has not remained right ahead? Because you have altered your CTS, right?
Yes, sir.
So relative bearing is relative to your head, na beta.
Okay, sir.
Well,
Okay.
so I see. I'll never answer questions like this. Never take CMG. That is not the right way to learn. If
Okay.
it is a relative bearing, it has to be relative to the CTS, Nitin.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And the ship's position would always be on a CMG line if it passes through a fix. Correct. See, you got CMG in 3-point bearing also in the first place, but that did not become the line on which the ship was located. CMG becomes the direction of the ship that she makes good, but when the CMG is passed through a known position, then that becomes the line on which the ship would be always located as long as everything remains same. Correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood,
Correct,
guys?
sir.
Okay. So these small things are very basically they involve very common logical inferences, but if you make note of them and if you are convinced, making note does not mean mugging up here, because how many things can you mug up in life? You can't mug up everything. Okay. So third question, if you have not done, please do it, and if there is any doubt, bring it to the class. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. This was the question yesterday. I'll just take. It is not there on the next. Is this the one?
Not sir, not this not.
Last one. I think this is what I had asked you to plot, right? This is what I wanted you to plot, correct? This must be the third question of the thing, and this is where we were talking about the issue, right? This was the question, no? Correct,
No
beta?
sir.
This is the question we were talking about. Huh? So fine. No? And which was that question was 3-point bearing? वो 3-point bearing में था क्या question वो?
Yes sir, 3-point bearing में.
Okay, let me go to that. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake. Let me go to that. It must be an assignment 2 then. I've been here at the end of it. Fine. And that's a very important concept actually.
Question number 7, sir.
Yeah, this is here, but this one. Question 7. This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, this
Around
one.
to 17. Yes.
Now pay attention to this. I don't know whether this plot will come. Kinsale की bearing कितनी है? इसमें Kinsale की bearing is 290 degrees. Compass को करोगे तो आ जाएगा. Okay. We get the true bearings. Okay. Now let's come here. Okay. Now these by 3-point bearing. That is 20-40 hours again. This is the old question I've got now. It's a correct question now, beta. Just see. Okay, fine. Okay. So in this question, what can you see is in this part the 3-point bearing plot has been done. Okay, guys. Okay.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
What will you do? You'll convert all the compass bearings to true bearing and plot these bearings, right, guys? And this is a 20-40 plot bearing. Likewise, you would have also corrected the 2055 PL. How much was the error yesterday? We got, I think, 5.5 degrees east. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Bearings were the errors were here, no? Yeah, errors were here.
7.5, sir.
Yeah, here. So 2055 Kinsale was 297.5, right? You can see in this chart. Correct, beta? Kinsale was
Yes sir.
297.5, okay? Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
So just
Yes, sir.
can somebody take down these values readings? CTS true 277.5, 2000 RPL Kinsale A 219.5, 2020 189.5, 2040 144.5, and 2055 297.5. Taken down, beta.
Yes, sir.
Now we come to this plot. Okay. You see, what was the bearing at 2000 hours of Kinsale A, beta?
Sir, 219.5.
So this is the first bearing where I put the tick. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the 2020 bearing?
189.5, sir.
So this is the second bearing I have plotted. Okay. And what is the third bearing?
144.5, sir.
And this is the third bearing I have plotted. Got it, guys? And then we went by 3-point bearing to get this CMG. I'm sure this up to this part it's okay with everybody.
Yes, sir.
What was
Yes,
the
sir.
true,
Okay, sir.
Yeah, what was the true bearing at 255 beta? 2055?
Sir,
Kinsale.
297.5, sir.
297.5. So here is Kinsale. 297 would be somewhat like this, right beta? ऐसे करके. Yes,
Yes.
or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct, guys? Or maybe little more oriented. 297, whichever way it comes. I think this is more of 330 type things. 297 may be somewhat like this, little more horizontal, right?
Yes, sir.
Get it. Okay. So 297, this will be 270, 297 would be somewhat like this. Somewhat like this will be 297 degrees true to Kinsale. Okay, guys? This is
Yes, sir.
2055 PL. Okay, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now we don't have
Yes, sir.
another PL for 2055. Now in 3-point bearing, what you can do is, beta, wherever you get CMG, see different people will get CMG at different places. Somebody using shorter distances could have got CMG here also, right?
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
could have got CMG here also. But all the CMGs would be parallel to each other. Answer, everybody will get the same on CMG, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wherever your plot be, you extend your CMG line. Okay. If your CMG was this, you extend this. If CMG was this, you extend this. If the CMG was here, you extend this. Is that clear, beta? Wherever you got the CMG line, not that you'll get draw three CMGs, you'll only draw one CMG. Wherever your CMG line lies, you extend it further. Okay, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
from 2040 to 2055, how much is the duration, beta? 15 minutes.
15 minutes, sir.
You measure the distance from D to E. In this case, in the green case, it will be this distance, this much. In this course made good, it will be this much distance. In the third course made good, it will be this much distance. Whatever is the distance for on your course made good between the, so you find out the DMG. This is not the actual distance made good because these are not the ship's position. You find the distance between the distance on CMG line between first and third PL. Is the step understood? Measure the distance on CMG line between the first PL and third PL. I have not called anything as fixed. Okay, beta?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
In this case, you will measure the distance D to E. Okay, beta? I'll use D to E notation now. Now, D to E notation is between in how much time? 40 minutes, 2000 to 2040. Correct,
Yes,
beta?
sir.
So, in 40
Yes, sir.
minutes, we have this distance DE on this CMG line. In 1 minute, it will be DE upon 40. And I want for 15 minutes more, 2040 to 2055. So in that additional 15 minutes, it will be another 15 multiply. Whatever distance you get here. Okay, beta? Understood?
Yes, sir. CMG for 55
Yes, sir.
minutes.
Yeah, on the CMG. So we can't call it distance made good because distance made good will depend on the ship's position, right, beta? But we can,
This CMG may vary, na, sir. Depends.
yes, I've already drawn 3 CMGs and told you it will vary. I've already
Yes,
told you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Otherwise, why did I have to draw the 3 CMGs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now wherever is your CMG, you'll work on that, and whatever distance comes, you'll open your compass that much. On the extended CMG line, put at E and cut off that distance here. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then you join this light or this point where the three bearings were meeting to this point that you have marked. Like this.
Okay.
Okay. This becomes another PL for 2055. Now to answer your question you just told me, see if this distance was less, this distance would also come less, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If this distance was more, this distance will automatically come more. Correct? So wherever you may get, everyone will get the same PL. Is that clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wherever your CMG may be, everybody will get this 2055 PL that I have drawn in red will be the same.
Correct, sir, correct.
Okay, beta. That is why I drew three CMGs to put your question to rest up front, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you have two 2055 PLs. Wherever they intersect, this becomes the fix for 2055. Now you, and hereafter you know the question, to transfer the CMG through this and answer the further parts, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, guys?
So, sir, for each, for each CMG,
There is no each CMG. Oh, a minute. There is no each CMG. You will draw. You will get only one CMG in your plot.
okay, sir.
In your plot, you will not get three CMGs. Three CMGs I have drawn because people would say my CMG could have different distance. So it does not make a difference. Irrespective of what is the distance, your PL 2055 PL that you have created will be still the same. That's what I'm trying to convey.
Okay, sir.
In your plot, you will have only one CMG like this. In your plot, you will have only one CMG like this, correct, beta? Wherever it may be, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Its position can change, but CMG direction will be the same, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wherever, so you just extend that CMG. You will not draw three CMGs. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
you will calculate a distance from E to X. E is the last point. E to X for 15 minutes on this CMG line. That is the EX distance on this CMG line, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then what will you do? You will measure DE, that is 40 minutes. In 1 minute it will be DE upon 40. In another 15 minutes it will be so much. This will be your EX, right, beta?
Yes, sir.
From E, you will mark off point X based on this distance EX that you have calculated, okay? Okay, guys?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Then you will join this light with X, and what you have drawn is a 2055 PL, okay?
Yes, sir.
All would get the same PL. Never mind, your CMG may have been here, your CMG may have been here, does not make a difference because you see this distance is also opening up in the same ratio. Okay? Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
And now you draw the 2055 PL from Kinsale. Wherever they intersect, this becomes 2055 fix. Please evaluate, see that you have understood. Let me know if there is any concern.
No, sir. Well understood, sir. Then we will transfer the CMG to
Then once you know a fix that you transfer the CMG, that becomes the actual track on which the ship has moved, right?
Yes, sir.
That becomes the actual track on which the ship has moved. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, so if such a question comes, don't say यार second time तो हमारी 2040 की PL नहीं है, we are stuck. But then you should have a 3-point bearing preceding it because then only this ratio line can be increased further and you can use the ratios. Okay, so this in such a situation we can use it like this. You see, I'll tell you.
Sir, we can say this is 4-point bearing. We made it.
Beta, I will not name it. 4-point bearing should have been given, na? It is not given, beta. Hai na? Whatever you want to name, there is no name to it. You want to create your own name, so that's what, okay, right?
That's something in the 3-point bearing, the last either they give us some fixed position or they given some reference. That is a kind of ending point they are giving 2055.
Correct, beta. So you see what is happening is beta, when in 3-point bearing what is happening is this distance 1 and this distance 2. Wherever you get the CMG, ऊपर में, you get the CMG नीचे में. जो ये distance 1 और 2 का रेशियो है, वही distance A और B का रेशियो होगा, वही distance C और D का रेशियो होगा. Correct बेटा? Because all the lines are parallel to each other. Correct बेटा?
Yes, sir.
So in the same ratio you have extended them further for 15 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
So it will give you the same PL 2055. Don't worry. Wherever your CMG may be.
Yes, sir.
Is the method noted down?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये मैंने solve नहीं किया होगा. This question would have come from somewhere. I just took down the question because it is an important question and I left it here like this actually. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So please do not mess it up. It came in second mates one time, you know. And some second mate came asking for this question and I must have put in my slides.
Okay, sir.
That is how it happened actually. So it came in one of the second mates question very long back and it took me also a while to actually figure out how to do it. That's why suddenly when it came again yesterday, I was little, you know, lost on it a bit for a while. But then the moment I shut down, I said, let me see what had I done. Okay. Okay, beta.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Okay, fine. Can I close this PPT then?
Yes, sir. Please.
यार इसका नोट ले लेना बिकॉज ये कभी आ गया तो फंस जाओगे. ठीक है बेटा? Okay. So that takes care of our this thing. Now I'll take a very simple thing. First I will take, I can take what? Missing leg. Okay, let me take missing leg first. Beta, what is missing? Now you'll say what is missing leg? Missing leg is a name given to it, just for the sake of easy remembering. Now you see, it resembles your day's work, very much like day's work. Only thing is, day's work you do mathematically by using the plane and parallel sailing formula. Here you will carry out the day's work through a plot, which is much easier than solving. Okay. Now, this question is very similar to the day's work question, which has to be solved graphically through plotting. And when you solve a day's work through plotting on chart, it becomes much easier than what you do. उस पर डिस्टेंस ये था, एक कोर्स ये था, उस पर डिस्टेंस ये था, एक कोर्स ये था, एक डिस्टेंस ये था, कुछ उस पर करंट दे देगा, that will become another leg, and then he'll say we'll know the initial position and he'll expect us to find the position arrived. Do you agree with the day's work statement that I made?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Initial position would be given, and then the courses and the distances the vessel has steamed during a certain period is given. You allow for those steaming, and you get the basically position arrived. So position to be found is missing. You see, what is given in a typical day's work question, beta? Starting position is given. Then what is given? Different courses and distances steamed by the ship are given. Then current rate and drift. If the current is experienced, if there is no current, they'll say no current, or they'll keep quiet on current. Okay. That is given, and you'll have the final position. So usually they'll say, what is the ship's final position? That is a typical day's work question, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you remember some day's work question from Captain Subramaniam's book only, what do they give you? They give you all this. They remove the current, correct? And they say find the DR, because then this position becomes DR, the final position instead of fixed becomes DR. You remember this question in Captain Subramaniam's day's work?
Yes,
Correct?
sir.
And
Yes,
what
sir.
does he do in the question? In the question, he'll give you the coordinates of the fix, lat long. And then he says find out the set and drift. So उसने उसमें क्या कर दिया? He gives you the final position and he removes set and drift. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
So what happened? Either I give one, let me put on the cursor. Either I give you in a typical day's work question, starting position, all the courses and distances, set and rate, and ask you to find final position. Another form of day's work question in Captain Subramanian's book itself is starting position is given, all the distances and courses are given, set and current is not spoken about, current details are not given. He says find the DR, and he also gives at the time of calculating the DR the actual fix of the ship. In chart work we have just learned, if we have the DR and the fix for the same time, then the direction from DR to fix is the set, and the magnitude of DR to fix is the drift in the period that is involved. Correct, beta? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So in the second problem, what I have done, it's the same problem. What was missing in the first question is now provided, and what was given in the first question is now to be found. Right, beta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is exactly the day's work. This is exactly the what we call as missing leg in chart work. You remove something and say find now this one, the missing one. Let's take it through. So in a day's work question, usually final position is to be worked out. However, there can be numerous combinations can be made with all elements known except any two. As in most such cases, one course and one speed are usually missing and required to be calculated by us. Therefore, this type of question has been named just for the sake of remembering and assigning a identity. We call such questions as missing leg questions. Okay until this point, beta?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you see, what you do, the question will be given in a running text. You first make a table. You remember the day's work where the question was given in running text and you will make a table for day's work. You remember that, beta?
Yes, sir.
Exactly the same way, make the table which suits the information given. So as the question is usually in the text form, it should be first converted into a tabular form for easy working. Whatever is given, you document in the table. Whatever is to be found, you put a question mark there. And then you start plotting from whatever information is available. And whatever is missing, you just leave it. This will be found right at the end of the plot. Plot will not represent the actual track of the ship. I'll explain to you when we take the example. In some cases, there may be ambiguity between two possibilities, and that ambiguity can be resolved on the case-to-case basis based on further information which will be provided in the question. Let's look at this question, beta. This is just a hypothetical example. Okay. Vessel is 5 miles south of Ballycotton Island Light. What does this give us, beta? South of 5 miles south of Ballycotton. It gives us initial position. It gives us, okay, very good. She steers 140 degrees true for 1 hour at an engine speed of 10 knots. 090 degrees true. So we are not interested in learning conversion here, that we already know. If conversion has to be done in the question, please take care of it, because the courses to be plotted have to be true courses. Okay. 090 degrees true for 1.5 hours at 12 knots. 040 degrees true for 2 hours at 10 knots. If the current in the region was setting at 330 degrees true at 2 knots, find the position arrived. Typical day's work question, beta?
Yes, sir.
Typical day's work question, correct?
Yes, sir.
What will you do? You will make a table, and the table would be somewhat like this. Does everybody agree? I don't think there is much to answer in this question. Please have a look at this table. I think this is a logical table for day's work for like this. इसके बाद हम D-lat, D-long वगैरह D-lat departure के column बनाते हैं, वो हम calculate करेंगे नहीं. Why? Because we are doing it graphically, right, beta?
Yes, sir.
Understood up to this point, guys?
Yes.
Your first leg is this, second is this, third is this, fourth leg can be the current applied for the entire duration, right? So entire duration is 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2.5, 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours at 2 knots becomes 9 miles of drift. Is that clear, beta?
Yes.
Any questions on the entries in the table? Now we start plotting it and get the final position first. If suppose this was the question which came here, the missing thing is the final position. What will you do on the chart? This you'll first position plot A, the fixed of the ship initial position, correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
From here, what will you plot? You'll draw the first leg. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We'll draw the second leg. Okay, you want to take down the values? Let me just take you back. If you want to take down the values, please take down the values. 140 into 10 miles, 090 into 18 miles, 040 into 20 miles, 330 into 9, and initial position is some miles south of that light which is given. Taken down these values so that you can correlate with the plot better.
Yes, sir.
Now you see, this is the initial position of the ship. This is the first leg. This is the second leg. This is the third leg. And then we have the current. I marked that with 3 arrows. Do you agree based on this plot that at the end of this interval, the ship should be at point E? Yes or no? Here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Correct? Bolo bhai, does everybody agree? The ship should be here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In one of my points, I said, this is not the true track of the ship. Why, beta? This is not the actual track on which the ship has moved to reach point E. Why, beta? Why the statement I made?
Because of current, sir.
Because of the current.
Current, sir.
Because
You are
each leg,
right.
on each leg, the CMG would be different. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We applied the cumulative current here, the current for the full duration, because we were not interested in finding intermediate information. We were only interested in finding the final position, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct? Right? If somebody says what is the ship's actual track, then what will I have to do? I'll have to draw the current here for 1 hour first. Let me change to the pen.
On each leg.
Yeah. So I'll have to draw the current here for 1 hour, beta. 3 arrows mark karke. Okay, 1 hour current. This will be the first CMG, correct, beta? The ship will be here at the end of first 1 hour, right?
Yes, sir.
At X,
Yes, sir.
right?
Right, sir.
Then I'll put my score steered from here for whatever duration given. In this duration also, the ship would be experiencing current like this for 1.5 hours. From X, I will be following this track at Y. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then from Y, I'll be going on this track. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
And
Apply current again.
correct. And apply the current here again, in whichever direction it goes for whatever duration. This will become my CMG from here. And in fact, that should bring me straight to this place, because this position will go past this, because if you see equal distance, it will go past and it will bring me here rather, right?
Yes, sir. We will arrive to point E.
Yeah, and this will be my CMG, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in other words, the actual course covered by the ship, actual track done by the ship will be what I'll be marking in the blue. Actual track done by the ship will be here to X, X to Y, Y to E. Yes or no? This will be the actual track of the ship.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Understood, guys? That's why I said what I have plotted on the chart was not the actual track, because I applied the current in one go at the end. Can everybody appreciate what I'm saying? It's simple. But can you appreciate that?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, beta?
Well clear.
So if the
Yes, sir.
actual
Yes,
track has
sir.
to be found, then you'll have to find the CMG for each track, and finally you'll reach a T. Okay? Okay. Now the same question I change. So here it's okay with you. You are comfortable with this question up to this point, finding position E like this, right? And again I am reinforcing, these are not the actual tracks of the ship, right?
Yes, sir.
Actual track will be the CMGs, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in this question itself, I changed the question a little bit. Same question. What have I done? I have removed the first leg. A vessel is 5 miles south of Ballycotton, same initial place. She steers an unknown course for first 1 hour. Unknown course for first 1 hour. And then, beta, mere ko na, just give me 2 minutes. I need to, probably there is a power disruption. And before this laptop conks off, just give me 2 minutes. I'll shift my location. I'm just shifting my location, okay? Give me 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'll just shift. Otherwise, we'll have unnecessary disruption between.
बुखार आ गया क्यों हो रहा है तो क्यों नहीं पूरे काम कर ले सोने दे इसको हाँ ये आँख को खोल लेने दो उसको उठाए देते पक्का ले पांडू पांडू क्या बोलता है बता क्या बोलते है बड़ा गया
Okay, guys, I've shifted to the bed. I'm sitting on the bed, unfortunately. Now, anyway, so let's resume from where we left. Okay. Okay, now you see this question. Can you hear me? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, the same question, we have changed what is given and what is to be found out. At a vessel is 5 miles south of Ballycotton Island. She steers an unknown course for some distance. So we don't know the distance. We don't know the course. Both the things are missing. For first 1 hour, we know the duration for which the things are missing. After 1 hour, we know that then she went on a course of 0902 for 1.5 hours at 12 knots. 40 degrees true for 2 hours at 10 knots. If the current in the region is known, vessel's final position was observed to be point E. So now the final position is given. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Find the first course
Yes, sir.
and speed, or first course and distance. It will be same as speed and distance because it was 1 hour only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, you make it in the tabular form. And what will you find in this time? The first course and first distance will be question
Missing.
marked. Yeah,
Yes.
they'll be the ones missing here. So the thing is, you'll first make the table. See if you agree with the table. And final position is known, initial position is known, first leg is missing, other legs are known. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
इसकी जगह
Yes,
फर्स्ट
sir.
की जगह मैं सेकंड मिस कर सकता था, सेकंड की जगह मैं थर्ड मिस कर सकता था, थर्ड की जगह मैं करंट मिस कर सकता था, एंड दैट्स व्हाई हाउ द क्वेश्चन कैन कीप चेंजिंग. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The question mark could be shifting down, 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 and the question could have would keep changing every time, right, beta?
Yes, sir. We can change. We
Yes,
can
sir.
miss the course of the some first leg or third leg. We can miss the distance also. Sir.
You can miss two things in whichever combination you want.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why you're putting separately, no? Question mark, two separate question mark. So one question mark may be here, other question mark may be here.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But there cannot be more than that missing things.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear, beta? What is missing leg?
Yes, sir.
Please take down these values. First, second leg is 90 into 18. Third leg is 40 into 20. Current is 330 into 9. And final position is E. Now, I'll plot this question without removing the earlier plot. This was the earlier plot we had done, beta. Just ignore the green line for the time being. This was the first plot we had done where we had reached point E, right? Same situation. This was the first leg, second leg, third leg, current, and it took us to point E. Correct, beta, in the first question that we just plotted?
Yes, sir.
Now we do not know this first leg. This is missing, is unknown. So what do? We start plotting the second leg from here. So this green leg is same as this one. So this is the second leg, this is the second leg, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I start plotting whatever is available to me. I plotted the initial position. First leg was missing, I ignore it. I plot the second leg which is given. Then from there I plot the third leg which is given.
Yes, sir.
This one is same as this one, correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Then I plot the
Current.
last leg, that is the current.
Yes, sir.
That current will bring me to X, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if only these three legs were done, 1, 2, and current, then my ship should have been at X.
Yes, sir.
But my ship has been found to be at E.
Yes, sir.
Correct, beta? Then
Yes, sir.
what would have brought my ship from X to E? The first leg?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Correct, beta? What would have brought my ship from X to E? First leg only, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So X to E you see is parallel to the first leg. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
X to E is, and the magnitude of XE is equal to A to B. So X to E becomes my first leg. Is that clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, guys? Direction का ध्यान रखना. Don't say E to X, X to E.
Yes, sir.
Because if the first leg was not there, I should have been at X. Because of the first leg, I have reached E. So what should be my first leg? X to E, na?
Yes, sir.
Guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So whatever is missing, you will get the result at the end. Again, this is not the actual track of the ship. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Actual track would be the same as earlier. जो हमने पहले draw की थी, actual track वही होगा. Because actual track first leg you would have done this one. यहाँ पर current लगेगा. This will be the CMG. यहाँ पर current लगेगा. This would be the CMG. यहाँ पर current लगेगा. This would be the CMG. This would, the blue one, let me mark with blue. In this case also, if somebody says, what is the actual track? The actual track in this case also will be the same as the previous question, guys. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because the ship has done exactly the same thing as it did earlier, right? There is nothing new it has done. There is no change. So in this case also, the track over the ground would be this. Track over the ground would still be the same, correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood the question properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, very good. So the assignment which I had sent you yesterday, it has one question on missing leg. Let me tell you which one it is. You should also be able to figure out, not that I have to tell you. Can you read that assignment and see which question relates to this one, beta? Which question of assignment 3 relates to missing leg, guys?
Question 5, sir.
Question 5. It says find the vessel's position at 2000 hours and he wants you to find out the rate of current. Okay, beta? Like somebody was just saying, can the course be missing in somewhere else and distance somewhere else? Now here you have that example. Okay, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
would you be able to plot it and put on the group, beta, for me to see? Can you plot this on your chart and
Yes,
share
sir,
with
yes,
me
sir.
your photo of your plot on the chart?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so please post the photo of this plot on the chart so that I can also see it. And if you want to plot it now, you can plot now, or you can plot during the day. Or if you have 10 minutes more, I can do one more method so that assignment gets over. But if you are saturated, I can do it tomorrow also. I'm not in a hurry, beta. Tell me, which way would you like it to be?
Sorry, sir. Sir, one more method.
हाँ बोलो बेटा. Somebody is asking some questions.
Sir, ये X2E is a distance which we run for 1 hour, right, sir?
Yes, beta. For whatever duration the first leg was for, not for 1 hour always. Since it was for 1 hour, so it is for 1 hour in this question. Yes.
Okay. So from X we cut a 1 hour like
No, we
10
don't
mile
cut.
distance.
No. We join X and E. We don't know 10 miles. 10 miles we'll find from there, beta. हमें फर्स्ट लेग पता नहीं थी ना.
हाँ जी सर, फर्स्ट लेग
तो फर्स्ट लेग का कोर्स, तो इसमें फर्स्ट लेग का कोर्स कैसे बताओगे तुम? जो X2E डायरेक्शन है, you will read that from compass rose and you will say that was the first course.
लेकिन ई हमें क्वेश्चन में तो
ई दिया हुआ है. ई दिया हुआ है ना क्वेश्चन में.
ओके,
ये फाइनल पोजीशन नोन दिया तो हुआ है.
ठीक है सर, फिर ठीक है. ओके.
Vessel's final position was at point E on the chart, right?
हाँ, ओके. आई वाज कंफ्यूज्ड. फाइनल कैसे आया? ओके सर.
Right, beta?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. Any more questions on this? No, beta.
No, sir. Sir, this question can be done also like we have E point and we can do like we can put current there because we need to calculate.
बेटा क्या होगा फिर रिवर्स प्लॉटिंग में ना, वी आर नॉट ओरिएंटेड. कोर्सेज उल्टे करके प्लॉट करो. वी आर नॉट ओरिएंटेड टू दैट. यू आर सेइंग कि मैं पहले यहाँ पे व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू से इज, फिर आपको क्या है ना, सारी प्लॉटिंग उल्टी करनी पड़ेगी. टेक्निकली तो ठीक है वो, ठीक है. व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज ई से पहले मैं उल्टा करंट मारूं, डी पे आऊं और एरो ऐसे लगाऊं, फिर मैं उल्टी थर्ड लेग लगाऊं, ऐसे करूं, फिर मैं उल्टा ऐसे लगाऊं, फिर इसको करूं, फिर मैं कहूं दिस इज द फर्स्ट लेग. दैट इज व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से.
Yes, sir.
So, but then what are you doing? All courses or all applications have to be done in the reverse way. उल्टा चलना पड़ेगा. All of us are familiar walking forward. If tomorrow I tell you in a ground to walk back, you'll have apprehensions, right? You'll make mistakes. You may just trip and fall.
Yes, sir.
Correct? What is your normal way of working? You walk forward, na?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And if you are told to walk back, yes, you can walk back, but you'll be more cautious. You'll take more time. You may make mistakes, and you may just trip and fall.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Somebody else was raising some question, beta. Okay, is that clear, beta? So it's always convenient to apply in a straight going forward manner, na, beta? Reverse manner is always. You see, you remember जो वो था हमारा राइट हैंड काउंटरएक्टिंग करंट में, जिसमें वी हैड टू वॉक बैक पीएल, उसमें भी मैंने क्या कहा, पहले सीटीएस यू ड्रॉ इन द डायरेक्शन इन व्हिच यू आर गोइंग एक्चुअली, एंड देन यू बैकवर्ड एक्सटेंड द ब्रोकन लाइन. करेक्ट बेटा?
Yes, sir.
व्हाई? बिकॉज हैड आई टोल्ड यू यहाँ पे रिवर्स डालो, फिर इट वुड हैव बिकम अनदर टास्क टू रिमेंबर यहाँ पे रिवर्स कोर्स डालना है. करेक्ट बेटा? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट ओरिएंटेड टू वर्किंग बैकवर्ड्स, राइट?
Yes, sir.
Anything else, guys? None. Okay, good. बोलो भाई करना है एक और मेथड, 9 बज गए, करना है तो बताओ. I don't mind, it's all up to you. If you guys can absorb, I can do it, otherwise I can do it tomorrow.
Yes sir, आगे कर लीजिए सर.
कर ले एक और. Very good. Then
Yes, sir.
then tomorrow we'll do rendezvous, and then only one method will be left, the most stupid method, that fish triangle or trapezium, if you have heard of, right?
Yes sir.
And that will close your methods, and then it will be only practice and some typical doubts really, which will come out of the typical questions which you bring up, you know. Otherwise there is nothing much to explain thereafter. Okay, the next method we can take is this one, beta. It's a very small one again. You must have heard this name, blind navigation or single PL navigation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the again a short method, and we have one question in assignment 5. So today you can plot both of them, 5 and 4, and that will finish your basically assignment 3. And then I'll send you one more assignment which will have questions on rendezvous and fish triangle. And with that, all assignments from my side would be completed, and then you will be ready to take on as many past papers as you want to take, and come back with your doubts where you get stuck, and then we'll analyze as to why you're getting stuck and try to reinforce if there are any weak areas or gaps which we noticed during the course of past papers. So that's my plan. So beta, आज है 22, आज 22 है या 21 है? 22 है. 23-24. So मेरी तरफ से 24 तारीख को आप चार्ट वर्क से फ्री हो जाओगे. Then it is up to you how much you practice and when you want my service for addressing the doubts. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that will give you enough time to practice. Those who want to write navigation, even if it is on 1st of November, you are fine with it, right? Okay. Now we come to this. Now, what are the features? What is given in such questions? How do I know it's a blind navigation or single PL1? This is the name given so that I can immediately say, "Arey yaar, ye single PL wala question hai." Now, what will be given in such questions, beta, is a suitable straight line PL. So it has to be a straight line PL. It cannot be a zigzag like depth contour. So it will be a straight line PL. And it has to be suitable. Every time, every PL cannot be used for this method. But since if it will come in the exam, obviously the PL will be suitable. But on the ship, if you have to use it, every time, every PL cannot be used for this method. The PL needs to be suitably oriented. Uski direction suitable honi chahiye in the given scenario for the vessel to use it for safe navigation. Am I clear, beta? Okay. What you will know will be the ship's DR position or her estimated position or a position through which the PL is drawn. Any of these things would be definitely known. The last part of it would be known in case you have a celestial PL, then you will know a position through which to draw the PL, because all celestial PLs are drawn through a position which depends on the method of solving the site. Correct, beta? You remember the table on celestial PLs? Okay. We'll know our engine speed. We'll know the estimated or actual wind, current, everything, whatever is given in the question. Current, wind, 1, 2, whatever, both of them. What we may be required to find in such cases is the first CTS. What should be my CTS? First CTS. At what time should I alter the course? And what should be my second CTS? ये तीनों चीज या इनमें से दो चीज या इनमें से एक चीज इतना ही पूछ सकते हैं. इससे ज्यादा आप कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दे पाओगे आउट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. नाउ यू विल से सर व्हाई आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट इट? बेटा, आज के दिन जीपीएस के जमाने में द थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड, बट जस्ट इमेजिन अ सिचुएशन विदाउट जीपीएस. सपोज योर radar has conked off. You have managed to get a PL through some method, maybe by visual bearing or whatever radar, and then visibility goes bad, radar conks off, visibility has gone bad. Now you don't have GPS, and you are fortunate that this PL is suitable for this method. Then instead of trying to hold the ship in that position, you can decide on the course, safe courses to steer, and use that time. Now you'll say, sir, what happens if the PL is not suitable? If PL is not suitable and you have no option, then as a master, what would you do? You will reduce your speed to bare minimum so that you can hold your position where you are. Correct, beta? Right? That is the last resort a master always has, because the safety of the vessel cannot be compromised. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct, sir.
So, but in the exam you will have a straight thing. So exam के बारे में नहीं, but मैं तुम्हें actual बता रहा हूँ. If this has to be ever used, then it has to be a suitable PL for use. Now, what will the method we follow? We will follow the method. You will draw the given PL. Transfer this PL as follows, depending on the requirement of the question. In case of being suitable, to reach destination selected point, transfer through that point. So if somebody says you need to reach the pilot boarding ground or you need to reach point Y, which is on the chart, what will you do? You transfer a parallel PL through that point, which is your destination point, if the destination is known. Correct, beta? That could be one situation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
The second situation could be you don't know the destination, but you want to make sure that you pass a certain danger at a safe distance. Right? In that case, what can you do? You can draw a circle of that radius and transfer this PL tangential to that circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, from EP or the position used for drawing the celestial PL, draw a perpendicular to both the PLs. Now, let me go to the question. Let's not worry about it. Okay. I think you'll, otherwise, if you unnecessarily will get confused. Now look at this question. At 2000 hours, a vessel is in DR latitude 51 degrees 35 minutes north, observes Ballycotton Island bearing north. So, bearing of the Ballycotton is known. The vessel is without operational radar and GPS. Visibility suddenly becomes poor. Master decides to reduce speed to 10 knots and sail along safe courses to pass Minehead 10 miles off. Find the CTS, first CTS, alteration time and the second CTS. Current in the region was setting southeasterly at 3 knots. Wind is given as northwesterly, causing leeway of 2 degrees. Is the question understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We know the DR, we know a PL, which can be drawn by bearing from Ballycotton Island. Then it goes bad. Master finds the PL to be suitable. He wants to set on safe courses so as to pass Minehead 10 miles off. Now you see, the question is here. Okay. What do? You draw the first PL. Is that clear, beta? This is the first PL given at 2000 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at 2000 hours, then we have put this safety circle. You want to pass Minehead at 10 miles off. Okay, beta? Second safety circle is fine.
Yes, sir.
Is the second step clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this case, we will transfer the first PL tangential to this circle. And the transferred PL will be marked with 2 arrows at each end. Correct, beta?
Sir, but that already gave the latitude also, no? That fixed position. 20.
Where does it give the fix?
That 51 degree 35 minutes.
Read from beginning.
A vessel in DR latitude observes on the same time bearing north. Okay, sir.
So he has given you a DR, right? Accuracy of DR can always be questioned.
Yes, sir.
You may be, so you should, if a DR is very well calculated, you will be somewhere around it. It can give you an idea that I'll be in this region, right? But it cannot pinpoint your position, correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
But what is a PL? PL is a line on which the ship is definitely located because you have observed that, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means the ship is somewhere on this line at 8 o'clock. Am I right, guys?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Ship will be somewhere on this line at 8 o'clock, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And if I transfer this line parallel, in running fixed we have learned that if I transfer this PL through a known point, then if I reach on this line somewhere, then as long as I move along this line, I should be remaining on this line only. So what have I done? I have transferred this first PL parallel tangential to this safety circle that we had drawn. Clear, beta?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the master's objective? Master's objective is he doesn't know where he is on this. He can assume his position to be anywhere on this PL. So he may be here, he may be here, he may be here, anywhere. He can take any position on this PL and decide what course to steer so that he can safely reach onto this PL. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, usually you would like to take the shortest possible distance if it is also safe, correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
And the shortest possible distance is the perpendicular distance between the parallel lines.
Yes, sir.
So, close to the DR lat or EP or the position through which the PL has been drawn, if it was a celestial PL, we will draw a perpendicular line between these two lines to C. So we'll draw a perpendicular line. I have taken this as DR lat is here. This is the DR lat. So in the vicinity of the DR lat, I have drawn this perpendicular line AB, which is between the first PL and the transferred PL. Correct, beta? Don't look at the other two lines. You have drawn this line AB. Correct, beta?
Green line, sir.
Green line, right? Okay. So if the vessel, there is a big if the vessel was at A and she makes good this course, then she will be making good the minimum distance and she will reach this PL. Well, I'm not interested in point B. She reaches this PL, yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now you'll say, sir, you are saying if it is at A. Suppose what happens if the ship is here where your cursor is? Never mind. As long as ship makes good course parallel to the green course, then she will make good this track and she will still reach the same time on the PL. Only the point where it hits the transfer PL will change. Instead of B, she will join this PL at this point. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Correct.
What I am saying is, let me use the marker and come on the tab. What I am saying is, somebody may be having this doubt that why is sir telling me that this is let the ship be at A. No, sir. I took it at A because here is the DR and the chances of my ship being close to DR is highest. Correct, beta? But suppose my DR lat is wrong. Suppose my actual lat happens to be this. So where would the ship be when this PL was taken? Who's in the meeting? Bye. Who's in the meeting? Who's there? Nobody. Right. The pop-up is coming. Okay. Now if the ship is at this, let us say this was the DR lat, this was the actual lat of the ship, then where would the ship be when this PL was taken? The ship would be here, yes or no, beta? Yes or no? So
Yes,
from
sir.
here also, if as long as I make good this course, then what will happen? This will be the track of the ship. Correct?
Yes.
The distance in both the cases will be the same. Correct?
Yes, sir.
The ship after the same time and distance will join the transferred PL. Only thing, instead of B, it will join the PL at B dash. That's all that will happen. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Suppose my
Yes, sir.
actual DR was found to be here, then the ship would be here when she started off. Again, now she'll traverse the same distance, and after the same time, she will join this transferred PL, but now it will join at point C. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what I am trying to say is that I have drawn A in the vicinity of where I think my ship would be, but I also know my ship will not be exactly at A. it may be somewhere north or close to A, but wherever it may be, the distance it has to cover to hit the other PL will still be the same, correct beta?
Understood, sir. Understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Have you understood? So there should not be any doubt as to why I took only at A and why I drew only the green line. Okay. So now from here we go back again. So we have drawn this CMG line. This is the CMG line. This is not the track over the ground. This will be the track if the ship was at A, correct beta?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why did
Yes,
we
sir.
draw it perpendicular? Because we want to do the shortest distance. We don't want to waste time. Okay. Why is it CMG? Because CMG should be shortest. You agree this is the CMG?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, very good. Now, having drawn this shortest perpendicular distance, we will now look around on the chart if this is a safe course to make good. If tomorrow this course happens to be running over an island, you cannot be just setting your course like this, right beta?
Yes, sir.
So what do? We draw a safety margin on both sides because to allow for the error in the position of the ship, and we scan this zone to see that it is safe for my vessel to navigate. Okay beta? Okay. Now you'll say what should be
Yes,
this
sir.
safety? What should be this safety zone? Now in practice, the master will decide, keeping in mind his reliability on the DR position. If DR position is highly reliable, then yes, he knows that he is very close to A, then he can decide on the safety margin. If the DR position was worked based on some observation which was obtained 24 hours back, then obviously the credibility of DR position is doubtful. He will probably go for bigger safety margin. Secondly, the traffic density in this area he'll take into account. He will take the other hazards in the account. Okay, and basically he will then take a call as to what should be the safety margin based on the condition of the ship's engines, reliability of ship's engine, all those things, and he will decide whether he should have a safety margin of 5 miles, should he have a safety margin of 8 miles, 10 miles, or whatever. So the master will make an overall assessment to decide on the range of this safety margin. Am I clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What do you do in the exam? In the exam, you can take about 4 to 5 miles of safety margin and you can say you are working on a safety margin of so many miles. Okay, beta?
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
So what have I done? I have drawn these two red lines, this one and this one, to indicate the safety margin of the vessel in my plot on either side of the green track. Okay? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Now
Yes.
I look on this chart, this much of region, and I find this entire region is safe for me to navigate. If it is found unsafe, we'll talk about it later. If I look at the chart, I find it safe for my draft and everything, right beta? So therefore, I can get my CTS for this CMG, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. We have current.
Yes, you have wind, you have wind, you have current in this question. If one was there, then you use one. If both are there, use both. You have CMG, which is already plotted. You do not have any fix. You do not know in how much time you will make good this distance because you don't have SMG. But what you have is the ship's engine speed, right, guys? That gives you. So current ka you have the set and rate, and these four complete the set of 4 elements required to complete the triangle. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So on this CMG, which is AB, I'm not saying AB is the ship's actual track. Is that very clearly understood? On this course made good, wherever you may draw the triangles, you draw it here or you draw the triangle here, the CTS will come to same. As long as the CMG is same, what do I do? Is it counteracting or allowing?
Counteract.
What do we counteract
Counteracting, sir.
first? What do we counteract first?
Current.
Where do we in on our green line
Leeway
where
track.
on green line where do we draw the set? A.
A.
Correct. I
A
don't see that.
position.
So you see this triangle completed here. We have made it for 1 hour.
Yes, sir.
Okay. From A, you draw the course to steer. Oh, sorry, current. Point C, drift for 1 hour. Then this is the leeway track. And from C, you cut off engine distance for 1 hour. And you complete this triangle. C to D becomes the effective course. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Effective leeway course, na sir?
No, either you call effective track or you call leeway track, but only one. Only one name. Either effective course or leeway course. Correct? We don't use effective leeway track. We don't use that word. Okay, beta?
Okay. Okay. Sir.
Both we don't use, right? Okay. So guys, do you agree this is the effective course?
Yes, sir.
You see, you'll say, sir, I was not at A. Never mind. If you were here, this will be your CMG. When you counteract current, you'll still get the same effective current. Yes, effective course. Yes or no? So effective course will come the same as long as the CMG remains parallel to green line. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Understood, guys?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Wind is northerly, causing a leeway of 3 degrees. So if wind is northerly, on my answer sheet, I'll subtract 3 degrees from effective course to get the first CTS. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If the wind is northerly, I'll go into the wind to counteract. I'll get, will this triangle and the allowance counteracting wind give me the first CTS that the question wanted? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look at this plot now. I'll just clear it so that it's visible to you now, everything. Now, looking at this plot, tell me, if I was at A, my alteration point would be B. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I was at A dash, my alteration point would be B dash. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Distance AB and A dash, B dash are same. Distances to be made good. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vector triangle, whether plotted at A or plotted at A dash, would be the same. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So
Yes,
the time to cover distance AB would be same as the time taken to cover distance A dash, B dash. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the time that you take to cover either AB or A dash, B dash, whatever, will be the time that will take you from the PL at 8 o'clock to the transferred PL in the question. This one, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at this triangle, tell me how do I find my steaming time to reach from 8 o'clock PL to transferred PL? How much steaming time कैसे निकालूं? चाहे वो A पे हो, A dash पे हो, steaming time will still remain the same.
AB divided by AD.
AB divided by AD, fantastic. Why? Because AB is the distance to be made good to reach the transferred PL, and in 1 hour triangle AD was the SMG. Does everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I agree, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
steaming time to alteration point, whether alteration point will be B or B dash, I don't know. That will depend on where I was initially. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
So the steaming time to the alteration point will be the distance AB in the diagram divided by distance AD, which is SMG, and that steaming time, if you add to 8 o'clock, that will give you the alteration time, part B of the question, alteration time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So you have got the first CTS and you have got the alteration point, right, guys?
One doubt.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, in this question, if they ask, okay, what is the ETA for a beam of this?
You can't find out because you don't know your initial position here.
Yes, yes. So this,
I told you he can't ask you more than this because you don't have information.
okay, okay.
In such questions, ETA is not important. What is important is to continue on your track, ensuring safety of the vessel.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the objective of this method is altogether different, beta. Not actually getting your ETA. It is so that you don't waste time, you can continue moving, making sure that the vessel remains safe, right?
Okay.
Is that okay? Now, the second CTS, guys, whether I reach B or B dash in this diagram, what will be the second CTS? Tell me. It will be northerly because the first PL is north-south. Is that the
yes,
CT? Is that the
Yes,
CTS? I'm asking you. Be careful, man. I said something to confuse you. Don't just say yes, yes, yes.
it will be CMG, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
when I reach B, I will set myself on such a course that I make good this. Correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
If I make good this, I'll pass mine head 5 miles or 10 miles or whatever was my safety margin.
Again, we will apply this.
Now you again counteract wind and current at point B. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Get the second CTS. The direction of the PL, transferred PL, either this side or opposite side, one of the two directions, will be your second CMG. Remember that. It will be the second CMG, not second CTS. Okay. Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Pakka?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, then you can, so CD is the effective course and AD is the SMG. You can allow for counteract wind to get the first CTS, and now you see in this case the second two arrows have come now. This is the second course to be made good. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now to get the second CTS, we again counteract wind and current on this course. You can see the triangle being made again there, right?
Yes, sir. And here we will take the for EF. We will take for 10 knots.
You will take because master has decided to move at 10 knots. No, speed has not been changed in the question. No?
Yes, sir.
So engine speed will remain the same. No, speed made good will change because the course has changed, right? Engine speed will remain the same, na beta?
Okay.
Engines, it is 10 knots is the engine speed, right? And this will change only when the question changes it. Otherwise, it will remain 10 unless it is changed, right?
Okay, so I understood it like
listen. If somebody says after the alteration, master decided to reduce the speed further to 8 knots, then you will take 8 here. Correct?
Okay, sir.
Or master decided to increase the speed to 11 knots, then you will take 11. But since there is no change mentioned in the question, the speed will remain 10 only, then engine speed.
Okay, sir.
So guys, this will be the second effective course. On this, you will again counteract leeway, wind, northerly. Okay, northerly wind. So sorry, northerly wind would be like this. Correct, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this time, your course will be increasing by 2 degrees, right?
Yes,
Your
sir.
second CTS you will add 2 degrees to the effective course to get the second CTS, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir. Right.
Okay. Is this method, the process until now based on this question, clear to everybody?
Yes, sir. Clear till now, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
There is only one thing that can happen in this case, beta. That when you, I'll go back to the slides here, that when you drew this first CMG, which is always you will try to draw perpendicular to the first PL because you want to make good the shortest distance, you may find that it is this, say in the safety zone, it may not be safe for the vessel to, suppose there is an island here, right? Okay. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is not binding on me that the first CFG should be perpendicular. I cannot risk the vessel by forcing upon myself that the first CFG should be, or it may not be right in the track. The obstruction may be somewhere here in the safety zone, correct? Safety margin.
Yes, sir.
Then, as a master, I'll take my call. Now, if it was like this in the middle of this, I'll see how much is the clearance here. What is the reliability of my DR? If DR is highly reliable, I may think of making good this course and joining here. If the DR is less reliable, I can go south in the deep waters and join it down somewhere. So it will all depend upon the reliability of the DR and other things. So therefore, the first CFG is preferred to be perpendicular to the tracks, to the PL, but it is not binding on you that the first CMG should always be perpendicular. Why? Because if the perpendicular CMG is a concern to the safety of the vessel, then the master or you as a passage planning person would make sure that the safety is not compromised. Is that clear, bit? So if this is the new CMG decided, you'll counteract everything on this. Yes or no?
So sir, that means that's CMG includes the leeway and current both.
Beta, you tell me, what does CMG include? Why should I answer this question?
No, sir, a small doubt came suddenly.
Why the no, so I have to understand why the doubt came.
Actually, sir, we applied the current and we got the CTS.
No,
and after that,
we did not get the CTS. We got the effective course in the question.
yeah, effective course, sir. Then there's a
then we'll counteract leeway also on the answer sheet, right?
yes, sir. That small doubt came. We are counting the leeway also.
Yes, you have to counteract, na? Otherwise, if you don't counteract the leeway and you steer the effective course, will the vessel move on the CMG line? No, she will never be on the CMG line. She'll leave the track, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that answers your question. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is the method clear, bhai?
Sir, in the triangle formation, if they have given, we need four items, no, sir, for in the triangle.
Yeah, yes.
So if they given CMG and one is
one is they will never give you CMG because they don't know the position of the ship. So CMG, you will decide which is the safe CMG. First preference would be the perpendicular to the PL, right? If it is safe. If it is not safe, then it will be situational. Correct, beta?
Yes, sir. But sir, my doubt is just if there is any chance in the question they have given CMG and this engine speed and current they have.
No. If they give you CMG and engine speed, and then your position is somewhere in the close to DR or any indicated position, then what are you going to work out? Then there is nothing about blind navigation. No, then you are basically bound by somebody telling you make good, then you right away counteract it. No, then it has nothing to do with decision making, right?
They are asking me to find the CTS.
So then it is plain triangle, na? Then it is triangle formation. It has nothing to do in making a decision what should be the CMG, right? If the CMG is thrust upon me, correct?
But sir, in CMG we cannot able to cut the engine speed. No, CMG we need to cut SMG, no, sir.
So you will have the 4 elements, na? You have to have 4 elements, na, bete? So tell me which 4 elements are there. If you don't have 4 elements, then do whatever you may want to do. You will never be able to complete the triangle.
We have sir, CMG hai, sir, CMG and engine speed and current and.
हाँ तो क्या हो गया? Set and rate, right?
Yes, sir.
So you can draw any CMG. Why you can't complete the triangle? The CMG will have a starting point. Now this is the CMG, right? Direction only. So basically this CMG will be drawn from some point on the first PL. Yes or no?
Yes.
So you will know the first point.
Okay.
On this you can counteract the current for 1 hour and cut off engine distance. This will become the effective course or the CTS if there is no wind. What is the problem? See, this CMG also has been drawn from some assumed point, na beta?
Okay, sir.
Correct, na?
Correct, sir. Correct.
The starting point will be on this PL somewhere, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
And where would it be on this PL? It will be in the vicinity of either the DR, like in this case we took it at DR, or if it was a celestial PL, we will take the point through which the celestial PL is drawn, because the PL will pass through that point, right, beta?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear about it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, understood.
Guys, this is the question in your assignment. I think so. The visibility, no, this is not the one. You can take down this question also, take the screenshot, you can practice this also. This is not in the assignment. This is not in the assignment, beta. You can take down this question also. In the assignment, it is reaching the pilot ground, if I remember correctly. Yeah, fourth question is on blind navigation, right, guys? Fourth question of the assignment is on blind navigation, right?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, where will we transfer the PL? Look at the question and tell me where would we be transferring the PL? You will transfer the PL through the destination point, pilot boarding ground, right, beta? Yes or no? I am reading question number 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Pilot boarding ground, sir.
Open the question number 4 in the assignment 3. Go through it and tell me. So you have 2 questions on blind navigation. One is question number 4. Other is you can take the screenshot of this one on display. So you have 3 questions to practice. One is missing leg and 2 questions of this. And then you can take on more missing leg questions from past papers when you start doing them. Okay, beta. So कल हमने right ahead counteracting current किया था. Today we have discussed 2 more methods. One is missing leg and other is this single PL navigation or blind navigation, whatever name we wish to give it. Is the discussion on these 2 clear, beta?
Yes, sir. Blind navigation, we have to upload so many, some more questions from the papers, sir. Then
बेटा पहले blind navigation सुनो पहले ये 2 तो कर ले मेरे भाई, ये 2 तो कर ले पहले, बाकी तो बाद में जाएगा ना. पहले 2 तो कर ले, 2 करने के बाद शायद तुझे लगे कि
सर पहले ये 2 कल प्रैक्टिस करके आते, जो डाउट
कल 2 1 मिनट सुनो मेरी बात, कल 2 प्रैक्टिस करके आओ. इनमें अगर कोई डाउट है तो मैं चार्ट खोल के इनको बाय हैंड आई विल ट्राई टू प्लॉट विद यू.